Ladies and gentlemen, brothers and sisters, I want you to know that what you are about to hear on this CD, Ancestors Remembered, are characters that came to me during the middle of the night around 4 or 5 a.m. in the morning. I have no way of knowing whether or not they are actual people. I feel the need to tell you here that what you are about to hear took far less time for me to write than to actually recite on this recording. I hope that you enjoy them. Please understand that I'm not claiming that these are actual ancestors. They may be, or they may just be glorified dreams. I don't know for sure. I am, however, certain that I have been and am compelled to write them. I have been driven by such a strong compulsion to express these thoughts that I simply had to make this recording. I pray that you will appreciate these narrative stories, and further pray that any resemblance to any actual people offends no one, as that is not my intention. I rather hope that you are inspired by the obvious strength and indomitable character displayed by each of them. Ladies and gentlemen, we stand on the shoulders of our ancestors brave, no longer Negroes, no longer slaves. God bless us all. The Hands of Martha Rainwater. My name is Private First Class Meshach Taylor of the 61st U.S. Colored Troop, retired. I got a question for you. Did you ever hear the story of Martha Rainwater? She is a great large woman, stood most of 6 foot tall, and her skin was dark brown, looked like Tennessee whiskey. She had a piercing gaze that make you think twice before you spoke to her, and her voice sounded like it was coming out of a deep old canyon somewhere. But the thing that struck you most about Martha after you got past them eyes was her hands. She had great big old hands. Hands was unusual large for a woman. Hell, they's unusual large for a man, for that matter. But I'm getting ahead of myself in this here story. And she was born in Manchester, that is Eagleville for you whippersnapper, in the year 1830. And word was that she is part Chickasaw, and that is how her family come by the name of Rainwater. Also explain that whiskey tint to her skin. They say that Martha could swing a sledgehammer and drive a rail nail good as any man. But nail driving ain't what give Martha the legend. It was them hands what did that. Now there are 2 times inside of a short spell that some things happened would make me know that Martha is century special. In December 1863, the year our Lord, I had bought my freedom, and I had moseyed my way up from Meridian, Mississippi to Moscow, Tennessee, where I found myself garrisoned on the Wolf River alongside of Corporal J.T. Sampson of the 61st Coloreds. We was assigned to guard the railway station at Moscow when we come upon General Steve D. Lee's cavalry trying to destroy the railing. We lit on them and whooped them good. We laid out mayhap 15 of them for their maker, and another 10 or so was toted away on stretchers. Now, we's had 2 dead and 5 wounded, and let me tell you something. There ain't no sight like seeing red blood running on white snow, and the fierce amount of it that can come out of a man. War is an ugly thing that don't do your stomach no good. Now, there's always a few contrabands working alongside us, and I was always appreciative of that because we couldn't have got along without them. And the one I come to appreciate most was Martha Rainwater, as did every other colored in the 61st. And let me tell you why. Right smack dab in the middle of that skirmish, I seen Martha swing that sledgehammer and plied it to one of them Reb's knees just as he's about to put a musket ball square in the back of Sleepy Tyler. That woman was a blur swinging that hammer throughout the whole ruckus, fighting like she is possessed. Now, I was of a mind that a few of you is going to have trouble swallowing what I'm about to tell you, because when I think back to it, it's actually hard to believe. But when the blasting stopped, the smell of powder all in the air, with them Rebs hardtailing in retreat through the woods, there's a dead silence for a spell,
It always sound like there's an empty space twixt your head and your ears after close-in gunfighting. Then Martha done something I ain't never gonna forget to my grave. Corporal Anvil Silas had been gut shot, propped upside a white pine. That woman lifted him from the tree like he's a toddler child, laid him out proper, and kneeled down over him, snow running crimson red from the hole in his back. She folded them big hands together, looked up to the heaven for a short spell prayer like.